I'll tell you what.
All right, here we go. Stanford, of course, wearing the home white. Montana State out of the Big Sky. They're 1-2 to start their season. Lost a tough game, lost at home by 2 points to Denver on Sunday. Stanford winning 2 home games so far. Last game was Montana, as we see the starting 5 for the Cardinal. And there's Benny Giehler. That's what Benny Giehler, I like your point about that he's a point guard, but he can do that.
Well,
he can hit the shot.
And he just hit the shot that Steph Curry made famous, that set shot from inside outside, which is increased up by his range. Great block inside, rim protector, just what you need.
And the Montana State starters is Giehler. Well, Benny Giehler's up 5-0.
Gonna take this thing over is Benny. Maybe he's tired of hearing about Okorie. Wait, how about me? I'm a senior.
Yeah. And Jed Miller, who, Matt Logie, the coach of the Bobcats, says quarterback of the team on the floor, coach of the team.
Yep.
4-year player for Montana State. I love saying that in this era.
Coach
4 years for the same school.
Yeah, coach on the floor. That's what he called him. He said smart, heady, knows what he's doing, runs the club, good shooter. Gonna have to do something here. Oh my.
Nice poke by Okorie.
2 seconds still on the clock. Nice luxury to have your center out on the floor, or at least your power forward defending a guard and doing a good job with it.
Wingspan of Aiden Kamen there to guard on this. Let's see what the 2-second play is for Montana State. It's going to be a heave. Nope, didn't get it off in time is the ruling.
That last time Montana State had a really nice possession, went to the basket hard as you should, but you hate to see kids avoid contact. We tried to dunk it and avoid contact. Great block, but you got to create contact, at least get to the line.
You mentioned earlier today the eyeball test would confirm physical edge to Stanford, big time?
No question. I mean, let's be honest. This is the 3rd Big Sky opponent that Stanford has played, and they should have an edge, and they're at home. But Stanford, just little steps.
Well, you're in the wrong league, Chisholm. Get up a level, you could take 4 or 5 of those.
Nobody would have questioned it.
Just ask Giannis. Did you see that move Giannis made?
I didn't.
Oh my gosh.
I've given up on travel. It's just
about a week and a half ago. It was only 4.5 steps. I didn't think it was egregious.
So create contact. He's going to get a call that. Okay,
yep.
See, that's what he should have done before, I thought. He jumped in and created the contact. Now at least he gets to the foul line, which is what you have to do.
This is Patrick McMahon on the move.
Had Rohosi gone straight up, had that arm not been extended, he might have gotten away with that because the body contact was minimal.
All right, Patrick McMahon there you see from Palmer, Alaska, just outside of Anchorage. There isn't much outside of Anchorage. What a great place, though. Did you ever play in the shootouts, any of the shootouts up there?
Yeah, we did. And we went on a dog sled ride as part of the whole deal. It was really fun. A lot of dribble. See, look at
whoa, look at him. What a nice split there, yeah.
I think for Ebuka to be most effective, and what people are really commenting about is off missed shots or turnovers in the open court and how difficult he is to get squared. He's reasonably big. I mean, he's not small at 6'2", but boy, is he fast.
Matt Logie there. It's his 3rd year at Montana State. First year they won the Big Sky tournament, made their 3rd straight NCAA. Young guy that Northwest roots, although he was at Lehigh for quite a while.
Played at Lehigh, coached at Lehigh for 7 years.
Ooh, nice job
play
there. Christian King, he went right into contact.
Logie's done a good job wherever he's been. He's won at Division III, he's won at Division II, and now he's won at Division I. So he just bullied.
Yep. Ooh, blocked foul there as Okorie used that strength to get inside. Kevin Holden on the foul.
So your natural instinct here, boy, I don't know what you do defensively. I think the only thing he might have tried to do is move his feet to make it a little more square in the chest, but there's not much else he could have done.
All he could do there is pick yourself up.
Yeah, well, poor as a man for sure. There's another inside-outside
Benny
look.
Giehler with
Giehler.
8 to start.
You got to stay home in the corner defensively. The natural tendencies to turn your head. That's the best shot in the game. Inside, outside, in the corner. Boy, I like that kid.
Good move, yeah. That's
nice play.
McMahon again.
Yeah. Very comfortable.
Good 6'7". Fifth-year guy, and there's another fifth-year guy, Rahosi, who started as a walk-on for Kyle Smith at Washington State. He was a walk-on, and Kyle basically said, look, the minutes aren't going to be here, so he went and got a degree at a great D3 school.
Yes, Claremont Mudd, one of the best, that small group of schools in that area.
Cameron gives it off. Geeler, stay hot, Benny. Nope. Yep.
There it is.
Yep. All right.
Little heat check right there, Ted.
Yes, it was. You knew that was coming, didn't you?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Travel.
Yep.
Stanford's got a very solid play up top in handling on-ball screens. They're going to try to force him to the side of the floor and show, run him off the top. He tried to come back and just didn't have the handle.
Kyle Smith alongside Jim Shaw there, that veteran coach that came from Washington State.
Head coach is so funny. Look at him over there. Just can't believe that they could turn the ball over. What are we doing?
Ooh, Okpara tried to whip it in there, but Miller intercepts for Montana State. Chris Hodges trying to set a high screen. Christian King wants Rahosi. Boy, nice job, held that pivot foot.
Nice little inside touch. That's a tough shot, that mid-range. And you know, people don't shoot mid-range anymore. They don't like the two. Everybody wants the three. Got a mismatch size-wise there.
Quick pass up, and that's the man that we're asking Matt Logan today. Who do you think's your best shooter from the three? And he thought Holden.
But look at him just barge.
Yeah.
Just barge.
Yeah.
Just uses his, they're tough, they're physical, doing a nice job. Sure, Stanford would like to get out on the break a little bit.
Yeah. You know, Big Sky basketball out here in this part of the world, we know, you know well, good level basketball, good level of coaching.
Yeah,
traveling there. Kyle Smith today was really high on Matt Logie. He's known him quite a while through Matt's coaching time, mostly in the Northwest.
Logie's been good wherever he's been. He's won wherever he's been. I think he's patient with the kids. Of course, they've got kids that stick around. These kids are veterans. They're not young, all freshman type, which you're seeing a lot of programs have. So he's trying to barge the smaller players.
Yep.
Just like you knew that. Oh, nice block. Weak side help right there. Good anticipation.
Look at him. Waka Mbach from Gambia.
So the weak side, he catches that thing. Transfer from Florida State, so you know he's played against some good big guys in that league.
All right, Okorie is back in the game for Stanford. Oh, nice inbounds, and it ends up being the flush for Rahosi.
Very good inbounds, and you know that Montana State went over that and shoot around.
Ooh, how about that? Three shot by Mbach. Dent Smith back for Stanford.
Yep, deep shot, long rebounds usually results in a run out. They didn't get it there. But here's where you got an issue here, trying to contain with the big. So you just can't, he's not quick enough.
All that switching up top, Jaden Stepp ended up on Okorie.
Yeah, transfer from Colorado State. Nice inbounds right there. Good patience, just waited for him to set the screen and then come back. Caused by the emphasis on trying to keep Okorie contained, and the big man just rolled.
Back up top, and here's a three from Skrinda. Kristers Skrinda from Latvia. And a slap there, and a foul will be called on Stepp of Montana State.
So, I think that Coach Logie will live with that, because they doubled on the on-ball screen on Okorie and were willing to leave the big open, and of course he missed it. They won't miss all those shots. It's Dent actually, no. Different play. See, there's that high ball screen again.
Wow. And he splits it again, no problem.
Yep. Cannot, if you're going to double, you absolutely cannot let him split you. You've got to get together and force him to the outside. Heady play by the guard right there.
Jed Miller launching. And the long rebound is going to be saved in front of the Stanford bench.
Twice
saves.
Yeah. New shot clock goes to 20.
And Batch hit Miller. They ran two backdoors there. Miller was the second one.
Yeah, going to back cut. Second player was going to come for a dribble handoff, and he just went backdoor. Very nice play. Very well conceived. And read.
Cameron Grant in the game for Stanford, along with Skrinda. Agarwal swings it. Dent Smith. No. And long rebound. Loose ball to Montana State. So first 8 minutes and change. As Mike said, the Bobcats hanging right with Stanford despite the Geeler rip to start the game.
Not intimidated at all.
Step inside and ducked under. But Grant rebounds.
Nice move, no lift. Couldn't get above anybody to get it to the basket.
How about that? Yeah. Left-handed.
Very, very explosive off first step. That's what everybody is talking about. That first step quickness and point of attack to the basket, and of course the ability to finish both hands.
With all the way with the left there.
Yeah.
That was something.
Ooh.
Nice reversal there. Inside was Jeremiah Davis. Okorie pushing it. Agarwal on the lane is fouled, and he'll be at the break when we come back. So a little flash here of the excellence of freshman Okorie.
As left hand off the glass. Count it.
Game of the season for Stanford, up 5 on Montana State. In recent history, Montana State has been real good. This is the series history, and what is stunning to me, and many others probably who know you say the same thing, first meeting in 50 years. How did you miss scheduling this?
Oh, come on now.
I was here. You didn't miss much.
We only played Duke and North Carolina. I'll tell you, Big Sky basketball is good basketball.
Well,
I was in that league for 13 years, and it is good basketball. And I just came back from a football game at Montana, and it is really good football as well.
Wait a minute. Mike was just inducted into the Montana Hall of Fame this past weekend.
Later.
Agarwal at the line. Congratulations. It's basically a Hall of Fame week for Mike right now. Hall of Fame every week.
Settle down. I mean, they look around for people. I'm the only old guy left.
Well, how many tables did you buy?
All my old coaches were there. Larry Kristoyak, Blaine
That's
Taylor.
great.
It was really special. Bob Neal came back. It was really fun.
Good friend of ours, Wayne Tinkle at Oregon State. His wife, Lisa, was there. Her team was honored.
Yeah, she was there to protect Wayne because I like Montana State's toughness, though. Not intimidated against an ACC school on the road. It's like they've settled down a little bit defensively.
Skrinda now trying to stop Steps' drive. Got to shoot it. And it's blocked inside. on a baseline out of bounds to Stanford. Rahosi finally was the man to block that scoop attempt.
Stanford did a great job of closing out to the three-point shot and forcing Montana State to drive, and he's driving into traffic where there's no place to go. Again, you got to create contact, get to the foul line. You can't try to avoid contact.
That defensive possession is what's gotten people been impressed by what Kyle Smith has done in a year plus here.
You know, Kyle's an excellent coach. There's no question about that. He knows how to win. Nice up and under, left hand.
No, just rolled off, and Miller runs it down for Montana State.
Nice defense right there. Move his feet, get his chest in front.
Good hard drive by McMahon. Stanford trying to push with Gieler back in the game. Grant's open. Ooh.
Maybe that's why.
Yep, adrenaline.
I think Stanford's doing a good job now physically on defense, being a little more physical in proper position, and Montana State's having a hard time getting a clean look.
Turn and shot by Mbach. Cleared by screened up for Stanford.
This is what people want to see right here. Okorie with the ball.
Look at another left-handed drive.
See, he's just so quick getting. It's deceptive. It's smooth. You don't see that, but he gets by people and he gets inside and he's big enough to create contact. Hard to get him squared. He's going to be a factor. So you just get by the big guy and then he just jumps right in.
So here's what Kyle Smith said, what may lead into your point about Brevin Knight and the comparisons earlier. Kyle said, it's what Eric Reveneau, who was here with you, when Brevin Knight played, whatever team Brevin Knight played on in practice won. Kyle said anytime you put Okorie on the floor in fall work, his team won. So
yeah, and that, he said that, and that's a very valid point because that's exactly what Brevin did. And we had brought in a junior college All-American guard that year, and he came in and said, Coach, I got to start. And I said, Frank, every team I put Brevin on, they win. He's starting.
And it's what Kyle said today. The same thing happened. You know, you're not sure about Okorie coming in as a freshman. Is he going to start right away? And the answer's become yes, for that reason. And there's a little floater inside by Holden. And by the way, for those of you listening who know Stanford, Mike didn't misspeak. That was actually true. A junior college guard.
Yes.
Might be the only one ever.
Two. Kenny Ammon was a junior.
Okay, player. Good call. I forgot about Kenny.
He was a guard, and we won the NIT.
Yeah,
John Patrick and Kenny Ammon.
Pivoting, spinning inside is Hodges.
Nice play.
Chris Hodges. Muscle move. Came from Wisconsin to play at Montana State this year.
Took away the defensive pressure by jumping in defensively. Well, Poor is very aggressive trying to get to the basket.
And Okorie's that drive off the side. Miller back, no edge.
Ooh, in and out.
Yep, Kings
Good
three.
looking shot, good rotation.
It's interesting to see when Gieler and Okorie are on the floor together, how often each one brings the ball up.
Oh, he traveled. That should have been a charge. Whoa!
Let's see which way it goes here.
Although I'm not sure that he didn't use sound in his teaching.
All right, McMahon with the ball now for Montana State. Entered to Hodges. Backing Okpara in.
Ooh, he's got to have a move there.
Nope. Hodges had to shoot it.
Yeah, big fella. He's got to take it and come back the other way and get maybe probably a jump hook or something right there. Those two big guys going after each other. I think Hodges probably used to having a size advantage, weight-wise, strength-wise. Didn't have one there.
No. Although he's at Wisconsin, he's playing with some big boys there.
No question. Yeah. But he's not there, so there's probably a reason. A lot of DHOs, a lot of people dribble handoffs up for top, trying to create mismatches.
or the open look that Rahosi had. Instead, he takes it in.
That was good defense right there. Note that his arms were straight up, not creating a foul situation. That's just a kid that's been well coached. Here we go again, the two big guys.
This
That's
time
a good
hot.
play.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Went right at the basket.
Maybe he likes left shoulder. Maybe he wasn't comfortable going the other way. Wants to get over left shoulder. He did there. Well, Montana State's hanging in there. Charge. Nope.
Misfire by Okorie. Yeah, so Stanford has not been able to extend the lead at all. King. Right now, 3 has not been Montana State's friend in this first half.
Now, there's something very subtle that happened. We'll probably not see it, but see what we have coming up here. See, now he faces up and he comes in and he likes the left shoulder jump hook. That's a really good play. What you want to do is take that left shoulder away and make him drop step. If he can do that, then you got a real good inside player. What I started to say, Ted, was Rahosi got away with a little push to clear some space to get the ball over the top. Subtle, very small. Official not generally going to call that, but it did create enough space for him to get fouled. Yeah, well, that's smart play, though. Not let him get the automatic shot, the dunk, make him go to the line, even and he gets rewarded. Montana State's hanging in there. Stanford's working hard. Maybe didn't expect this. Nice defense right there. Look at him move his feet laterally.
Hodges up top. Good look. Oh, and I thought maybe Okorie got a piece of that. Thought so, maybe not. Here comes Stanford back. Montana State's only made 1 3 in this first.
Well, I think that Stanford's got them sped up a little bit, Ted, and so they're not getting the shots they want. Oh, that's double dribble.
Yeah, I thought so too. That split didn't work for Okorie. And then he comes back from behind to exchange turnovers and then a shuffle. Dent Smith trying to avoid Jed Miller. So a flurry of turnovers, ball back to Montana State.
A little bit of contact both ways that time, but you don't mind that as long as it's consistent. Let kids play and they get to understand what's going to be allowed.
Our officials, Tommy Morrissey, Trey Styrens, Michael Kitts, all ACC officials came out east, but they got a double out of this. They were at Cal Monday night, game here tonight. Rahosi, oh, nice.
Nice.
Whoa.
Up and under
Wow.
right there.
Is that a Claremont Mud special?
Well, he tried to avoid contact. Might have been able to get the three-point play.
That's what Kyle Smith's asking his assistants. Where'd that come from?
Nice
floater back. Yeah, by Davian Brown.
I mean, it's a 6-point game, Ted. You know, Montana State's done a nice job of hanging in there. Not intimidated at all in Stanford. There's a nice take right there by Dent.
And to your point about the three-point shot, its importance today, we've only had 3 made in the entire half. Gieler made 2 early for Stanford. Montana State's made 1. That's it.
Both teams doing a really good job at defending the three-point line, which is forcing people to go to the basket. There
it is, Cam and the big man getting out on McMahon, but Hodges holds his ground and scores.
Very patient. Lift, get the other players off their feet and go up and score it. Nice job.
So it's not three-pointers, it's points in paint that we're getting, both ways.
Yes, sir.
Cameron screens. Gieler gives it back.
Chance to cut it to 3 if they can make another 3 here.
Just getting a nice run here. McMahon.
See if he gets over that left shoulder again.
That's where he's going.
Oh, he had his jersey.
Yes, he did. Blocked. Held ball. This one goes to Stanford.
Everybody's been trained to take away the three-point line and not give people that percentage outside three-point look. And Montana State and Stanford have taken advantage of that.
All right, Bobcats scored the last 5 points of the first half. Hodges felt the double, gets it out to Christian King. One thing Stanford did very well, secured the defensive board. Only one offensive rebound for Montana State. Okpara back in.
He's just so big, he gets ahead of steam, and he's pretty much bound and determined to get in the paint, and he's gotten there whenever he's wanted to.
Travel there, Okpara, strength highlight, the one stat that is available now that I really enjoy. Okpara drew 4 fouls in the first half.
Well, he just lowers his shoulder and goes, and if you're not square, now there's a nice screen, but they should have doubled that right away, and maybe they would have got Stanford in some problems. That's where he's good. He can get to the basket, good body control in the paint. I think we're going to see him be a little more dominant in the second half, unless I'm missing my guess. Foul there.
Oh, yep, Okpara got caught. That'll be his first.
Generally, when you're closing on the sideline, I would think you would want to direct him to the sideline, play on his right hand, and your help in the corner.
Stanford only committed 3 fouls in the first half.
Yeah, and they're physical, so that's it's well taught on defense to be in the right position. Nice switch right there.
McMahon puts it down, drives it, scores it, and one.
Created contact and stayed off balance. Good strong legs to be able to score the ball off the bump right there. Left hand dribble. Yep, absolutely a foul.
And I love being able to say, and one.
Yeah, that's, and that's the new
one
gather.
Of the great rule changes.
Yeah, that's the gather where he was in his shooting motion and give him credit for the play.
Yeah. Folks around the country probably don't know, but about a decade ago, the Pac-12, yes, the Pac-12 hired Ed Rush, who was a longtime NBA rep. Ed Rush came in as the director of officiating for basketball, and he put the continuation in. The Pac-12 used it for a couple of years, but I guess the coaches didn't like it too much, so they phased it back out.
Ed Rush tried a lot of different stuff
yes, he
that
did.
The coaches didn't like. We were doing just fine.
I know how to pick the scabs.
We were doing just fine, thank you very much.
But he did bring the continuation in, and it's just, I never understood why you reward defense. Like, the guy beats you with a move.
Yeah.
You foul him, don't penalize the guy that beat you.
Well, the gather, they're trying to get consistency for sure. That's nice right there. That's all right. That's all right, Miller. You did the only thing you could. You tried to get a block off, otherwise you were going to get dunked on. So that's a heady play. But that's the shot. If Okorie can make that, watch out, because he is so quick. Everybody's going to play him for the drive, try to keep him out of the paint.
Power ducks in and scores it.
Boy, there's two big guys getting after it inside there, isn't it? It's fun to watch. Gets
back quickly to cut off McMahon. 10 points now for Chisholm Okpara. Just gets in on Kamen, and he'll get back to the line. So Stanford didn't foul very much in the first half. They fouled 3 already now in the first 2 minutes of the second. But again, the ball going in for Montana State.
Yeah, he probably could have got a better shot than that. It was almost like he was trying to create the foul rather than make the shot. Just a little right-hand jump hook, which he made earlier, would have been the play. You know, once a big guy takes it a direction and you take it away, you cannot let him step back through. You have to keep him in the direction that he's going. Easier said than done, but that's what good post defense is.
Nice setup. Well done by Okorie to set it up for Aiden Kamen.
Well, it's nice to see. We're thinking, okay, he's averaging 27. We're expecting this, but what he's doing is just playing good basketball, and that's what you're looking for.
Oh, nicely done there. Boy, Montana State.
That's a good call.
And they have run some real nice plays. Christian King with the and one block on Okorie.
See, I think that's would be the way they would call that. I don't know if he was in the box or not, but see right there, he sees the open play right there, just the roll. Yeah, he's in. Well, he's in restricted area.
Yep.
That's the one thing. If you remember way back when, North Carolina used to run from the exit to get and take a charge from the weak side, and it was ridiculous. And that was just a continuation of trying to prevent that from happening.
Putting the restricted area in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. We blame the heels on that. Kamen offensive board. Nope, lost to Jed Miller. Look at that. Jed Miller comes out with it.
He's tough. Oh, that nice seal
And
right
King
there.
gets
Nice
all the way.
seal.
Yep.
Good seal
Tell what
by
the seal
Hodges
is.
inside there. He just screened him off and let him
Screen the
get
defender off, right?
Yeah. 5-point game.
Yep.
Montana State hanging.
Oh, no. And then Keeler stumbles. So here, point out the seal.
Well, you can see right here. Good steal right there. Now watch what the big guy does inside. He gets him on his back, sees him coming,
Right
and he just seals him right
So
there.
he keeps Okorie from defending.
Absolutely
Yeah.
doesn't let him come over and get in position to make a defensive play.
So Stanford has had this where they've had multiple 8, 9-point leads. They've never been able to extend it. 10 points briefly.
I like that no call right there.
Yep. That's coming back to Montana State.
There was contact, but I thought the defender was straight up. And I think you have to reward good defense. Oh, change the
All
call.
right, they changed it. Kyle Smith was, I think, going to challenge that. He'd come off motioning for the challenge, but doesn't need to.
So that's good defense as long as Okpara is straight up, which I think, yeah, it's off 21, no question.
By the way, official Michael Kitts was right in there on the call on the baseline. His dad, we found an official Mike Montgomery praised. He coached your Rhode Island win, the great Final Four.
Same play again,
Yep,
penetration
same play to
and then the lob. And that's very unselfish. That's going to earn him a lot of kudos with his teammates because he could have taken that himself.
Step back by Holden. Whoa,
Very
there's,
nice.
well, that's why Matt Logie told us probably his best shooter,
Yeah.
Holden. Anyway, Mike Kitts was an official in Mike's regional final win, the Rhode Island win that got you to the Final Four.
Yes, where we had to foul late to get a chance. And Michael Kitts, I remember him. I actually do remember him. And now we got his son doing games. That's fun. Lift.
Boy, yep. Hodges just working on Rahosi down there.
He is. He's using his
And
strength.
got the baseline spin.
I'm sorry, Ted. Obviously, Stanford's been trained to stay at home, to not give up a three-point shot, and let him dribble down inside, letting him defend by himself, and he's taking advantage.
All right, Montana State has a chance here. Mike, they have a chance to get within 2.
Cut it to 2, yeah. They're doing a nice job. Stanford, frankly, look at this. This is really a good hustle play. You can see why Coach Logie likes Miller so much. He's just the glue. He's a tough kid that does a little bit of everything. And Montana State executing right now. Stanford in a little bit of a dead zone.
And so this will be Chris Hodges from Schaumburg, Illinois. It's a Chicago suburb out near O'Hare. And, ooh, missing the first.
Transfer from Wisconsin, so he probably wasn't the biggest and strongest player on that court, Ted, just a guess.
I saw the Wisconsin play a game last year at Pauley Pavilion, actually, and man,
they're physical.
They were physical, and that Greg Gard's a good coach.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so Montana State not able to cut it from 4. Cameron Grant in. And one-handed there, Cameron tried to keep the rebound alive for Stanford, but Jed Miller back.
Again, comes up with a lot of loose balls. Kind of floated a pass in there. You don't want to float that thing, get it to him. Montana State doing a nice job of keeping Stanford in front of them, making them shoot shots they don't want to shoot, speed them up a little bit.
Deep 3 there. Long rebound, Cameron will save. Oops, that one's, and Geeler won the leap. And Geeler put it down when they're stopping him from shooting a 3, so he put it down and draws a foul.
Well, it's just natural tendencies to try to just reach out and grab the ball. Play position defense right there. He didn't have to do that. He had help, but gives Stanford 20 more seconds on the clock.
Yep. Nobody's in any foul trouble right now except Rahosi. Rahosi of Stanford has 3, sitting with that. Back tap, and it's King. Boy, Stanford again in that little bit of a score drought.
Yeah, they're having a hard time getting a good shot, frankly. Montana State switching everything.
And what a difference from the first half where, again, Montana State, Stanford committed only 3 fouls. Stanford has now committed 6 already in the second. And it's mostly driving.
Yeah, it is. They're getting in, and Stanford's I think they're getting a little bit impatient. Their offensive stagnant, yes, and so they're starting to reach and grab and want to get out and get this thing under control, and that's playing right into Montana State's hands.
We're talking just during the timeout. You look at Kyle Smith, and this is something with the move to the ACC for Stanford, most of their non-conference at home. See the move there by King. They'll play 1 true non-conference road game at San Jose State, which is, what, about 15 miles from here?
Yeah, not really.
And then you look at Montana State, which barely plays any home games until the league.
It's the difference. What you have to do, they've got 5 guaranteed games. They've got to go make money. That's what's happening as you move down the food chain. Everybody needs money, and they have to play guaranteed games.
Okorie scoop's going to go and 1.
That first step quickness, I think that's what everybody has been so impressed with. You know, he just needs a crack and boom, he's gone. First step quickness. Just a little seam and he's right through it just like that. You've got to close that, boy. You've got to close that gap.
You know, Mike, you were here for long enough, you know, and Okorie's, as well as Chisholm Okpara, I was talking to Kyle Smith about this today. Stanford has long had a reputation of being an excellent school for Nigerian students from Nigerian families. Nigeria is a country of excellent education.
Yes,
the families value education. And Stanford, it started with football and it's bled into basketball. Chennai, of course, the women's side, a perfect example. Long been regarded as a really good place for Nigerian student athletes.
Yes, it's one of the African countries that emphasizes education. And generally when you go to Nigeria, you can find a kid that's got a pretty good, you don't look now, Ted, but we got a 1 point ball game.
After Miller's 3. Okorie tried to answer no, and how about this? Montana State could take its first lead of the game.
There's a mismatch right there. Oh, my.
McMahon backed his way in, but then turns it.
And he knows. He made a,
exactly.
He drew 3 people And all he needed to do was take his time and kick it straight out, because the inside-outside pass to a three-point shooter is the best pass in the game.
Skrinda in the game with the screen. Grant, the shot. Skrinda, the rebound.
Nice.
And man, lid. Stanford feels like it's that stretch where the lid's on the hoop.
See, I might have been off the Montana State knee, but I think maybe rather than call the foul on the reach, I think they just did this prudent thing.
You know what you call? That's called good officiating.
Yes, it is. You see nobody complaining about that.
And there is the first Montana State lead.
Takes the lead, Ted. Unbelievable.
First time. 7 minutes and change into the second half. And Stanford turns it.
Stanford getting sped up a little bit now, not getting shots necessarily if they want. They're trying to overpower Montana State physically, and they're just not been able to do that. I mean, Grant's come in and taken several shots from the perimeter as if that's a shot he's supposed to take and make, but he's not gotten much done.
Waka Mbach is in the game for Montana State. I think that's the only sub that Matt Logie has made so far in the second half. This unit's playing well.
King space nicely. Oops. See what happens here. Watch out. They'll get help every chance they can.
Oh, Okorie got picked. Christian King took it. And Christian King has the ball dance out. McMahon muscles in.
Wow.
And one. And Montana State is here. Game on.
I hate to say this, Ted, but Montana State is outplaying Stanford right now. They're playing smarter. They're playing every bit as hard, and you got some guys stepping up, making some plays. This really is a surprise, but not the way they're playing.
Even, which if you're Montana State side, I'm not sure you could have expected that, Mike. And then the turnover story is interesting. Turnovers right now are squared. Not a lot of points off the turnovers.
No, I mean, it has been a fairly clean game. Neither team shooting the ball very well, but Montana State's doing a really good job of getting the shots they want and not being backed off by Stanford's physical play, which surprises me a little bit. This is where I think you got to see Okorie and Gieler come alive in terms of your guard play and get better shots.
Boy, good play inside, but Okorie got harassed just enough. And the shot was off. Stanford will keep it with 20.
He wasn't on balance. He's got to take his time and lift, get himself on balance, and go up strong. Nice double. Oh, and he let him through.
How about that? Okorie got through the double.
Can't let him split the double.
No.
They did exactly what they wanted to do on the dribble. Very well coached, but they let him through the gap.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. Post gets double, the ball's got to come out, right?
Yeah. Wow.
There's Miller with an answer.
I really like that. Good. I mean, I'm telling you, he said he's like a coach on the floor, but he's a tough sucker.
Benny Geeler.
They're getting to Geeler. You can see Geeler wants to pull.
And Okorie gets in, and he is fouled. And this would be the other value. It's the 6th foul that Okorie has drawn in the game.
See, don't close the door. Close the door on the double. Don't let him through.
Wow.
Good job. He's such a big, strong kid, and he's very determined to score the ball. I think for Stanford, the way things have gone thus far, we're going to see a little bit from this freshman to see whether, how much he's ready for prime time. He's going to have to start making some plays.
Yeah. Is that what you were talking about early tonight, the leadership?
Yes.
In his just third game, real game.
Yeah, and he's now going to have to say, okay, wait a minute. I need to help my teammates be better, but I also got to make myself impossible to guard.
Go-to guy.
And create opportunities, yeah. Get to the basket, get to the foul line.
Meanwhile, you know who the leading rebounder in this game is? The guy with the ball.
What? That's why
Jed
I say
Miller
has
8 rebounds
He's
tonight.
tough, man. He is a tough sucker, and he's from Okorie Hills, which is right next to where I live. And
Miller,
on cue, there you go, Ted.
I mean, would you imagine that we'd be saying Jed Miller's shot at a double-double tonight?
I know.
Rebounds. 10 points now.
Good double right there. Now, don't let him through.
Rahosi got through there, but was hoping for a whistle, didn't get it.
No. Gonna have to earn it. I think Fischel's doing a good job.
I think
Miller, I think Miller started as a walk-on, Ted. I think he's earned all this over the period of time.
Well, reach in there, shot clock running low. Davion Brown is in the game.
Get up underneath, create contact.
Nope, didn't hit
Fischel's
iron.
letting him go a little bit. Fischel's letting him play. That's good. As long as both teams are comfortable with that.
And the reach around slap out of bounds by Miller. So here's the other thing. I don't know, is there an analyst jinx because you ran this big package on Stanford defense earlier? Montana State has scored 26 points in the first 10 minutes of this half. 26 points.
They are not intimidated, that's for sure, which you might expect a Big Sky team to be. You know, though, Okorie's going to try to step through and get to the... Montana State's probably should know by now that Okorie is going to try to shoot the ball, and he's going to try to step through and create contact. They've got to do a better job of staying square. Right here, don't let him come back. See, don't let him step through. That's a little... Based on what's been called, I think that they could have passed on that.
Well, right now, the game is being played so much in the paint, it's going against the grain of what we've talked about college ball being. You're not seeing guys kicking the ball out from the block to set up threes.
They're
Stanford's
covering.
3 of 16 from the arc tonight.
Yeah, they're covering the kick out very well. And notice that the shots Geeler got early has not gotten that same look since. So that's good coaching. That's just adjusting.
All right, Miller passing it across the timeline. Good crossover there by Christian King.
Take it. What do you have?
Hodges
Nice.
back. Boy,
He likes left shoulder, and he's pretty good right
Your
there.
scouting report was right on. That is all left shoulder for
Yeah,
him.
if he can get left shoulder, he's pretty good.
6-point Bobcat lead. Muscling in Okpara.
You know, the thing that I don't know, I haven't watched Stanford enough to know, but it's sort of broken down to a one-on-one point of attack. There's not much being run in terms of offense or execution of anything. It's pretty much getting the ball and...
Timeout. Yeah, Miller got caught in the bad spot there. And he and Coach Logie having exchanging views on that.
Yeah.
Timeout, Montana State.
But you can coach a guy like that hard. You can coach a player that's that tough and smart hard.
All right, so we're going to take a break. Just under 9 to play. Everything you would have wanted in this non-conference game tonight. It's a good one in the second half. game at Montana State, but only the 4th he started. This is the first time in his senior that he's ever started.
This is what college basketball is all about. I mean, this kid's a tough kid. Agoura Hills, California, right by me, but he went to Southern California Academy. But he's shooting the ball from the outside. He's tough. He's rebounding the ball. He's creating for his teammates. He's doing a little bit of everything, and Stanford hasn't had an answer. It may end up with a double-double.
And right now Miller's getting a breather. Late clock, Christian King's muscle. And look at, wow, Hodges took that rebound away. And now back comes Dent Smith with it. Jeremy Dent Smith.
Good defense right there. Straight up. That's good. That's well coached.
And Kyle Smith, for the first time, gone to a different big man. Oscar Hilte's in for the first time as the score comes from Jeremiah Davis. And Montana State, 6-point lead.
Yeah, he's a JC transfer. A lot of new kids on this roster. Montana State switching a lot of screens, but not getting in trouble as a result. Now, right here, he's going to get to the basket without a question.
Ooh, a little strong off the glass on Okorie, but there's Hilte running it down.
That was a bad switch by Montana State. You knew that he was going to get beat and get to the basket.
And again, hanging in the air and drawing the foul. Okorie, that's the 7th foul that he has drawn. And he'll be at the line again as we're just under 8 to play. Bobcats matching their biggest lead at 6. Offense, what do you take away from those low assist totals?
Most of the baskets have come off individual effort, dribble plays, and not a lot off draw, kick, dish, that type of thing. Usually the ball has been dribbled inside or off the drive, and that's what you're seeing right now. It's partially because the defense is not allowing. They're forcing people to beat them at point of attack, and Montana State thus far has done the best job of doing that.
And right now Stanford in a spot where they don't want to leave points at the foul line. Okorie's missed a couple now, as has Alpara in the second half. 5-point Montana State lead.
So Miller out of the game right now. Let's see how long he keeps it that way, because he's been a real leader on the floor for them.
And there's a nice play. The freshman from Belgium, Hilte, with the block.
Yep, the length. See, all the way to the basket. There he goes.
And Okorie, that's another left-handed drive and finish.
Very good with his left hand. I think in some ways, I think he prefers the left hand as far as finishing.
And a turnover there, harassing Okorie. Just bothered Davian Brown enough.
Yeah, see, here comes Miller. It's Miller time, back in the game. I think you're going to see more now of Okorie just getting to the basket. Oh, my.
Good entry, and Kamen gets Stanford back within one. One thing I think, Mike, we mentioned Matt Logie is not subbed very much in the second half. I think he may be trying to make sure his guys have juice
Enough
here for the
juice.
stretch.
Yeah. But at the same time, oh my. Stanford ratcheting it up a little bit, feeling the danger here.
That was a hammer pass from one of your guys. That's going to be out of bounds off.
See, all of a sudden, Stanford's got Stanford's got Montana State sped up a little bit. Now the shots are a little bit rushed. Same thing's not happening.
I was talking to Wayne Tinkle about this the other night in Corvallis, as we see again what Montana State's trying to achieve, and Stanford has this great non-con winning streak against Big Sky teams. Your guy Larry Kristoviak nicknamed that baseline pass the hammer pass after Darvin Ham, whom he played with in the NBA.
That is a Greg Popovich original.
Is that right?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, maybe he's the one who nicknamed it the hammer pass.
Yeah, no, it's called the hammer. That's the play.
Right. And
Here he
comes. And Okorie.
Here he comes.
Just the fourth made three tonight for Stanford. And the run here by the Cardinal. 8 straight points.
Yep. Montana State needs a play. Oh, the big guys come in and cause some problems here a little bit. We get a chance, I'll tell you a story about the hammer, because working with Popovich with the World Championship team, we ran that. It was his play called Ham, named after Darvin Ham.
Okay.
And a baseline drive.
So I didn't know the Popovich. Larry didn't tell me that.
Oh, yeah, no. So it's Popovich's for sure. And you go back in, see if the big fella can get another block. Ooh, nice play.
Nice spin, man.
So anyway.
You know which way Hodges is going.
Yes, sir. First time we play San Antonio Spurs, Popovich comes in. First play of the game. I'm new with the Warriors. What's he run? Hammer. And they run hammer, and he looks down and smiles at me.
Jed Miller went down there with no call. Okpara didn't finish. Back comes McMahon on the run as we move toward 5 minutes and a tie game.
See if Montana State gets conservative. Pass it out of there.
Oh, nice. Okorie saw that coming. Can he finish it? Yes,
and
he does, and one. Used the basket perfectly.
Boy, that is the worst when you turn it over for a run out. That is the worst. Very difficult to get this kid squared. He is very good going both ways, finishes very well. You can see he's going to end up with numbers even though he's not had the type of game people are kind of used to. I mean, he's got 20.
Which you say for a kid playing his third game.
Yeah, absolutely. and under some pressure. I mean, they're threatened.
Yeah. Well, you know, Mike, you have to say, with all the conversation early on about this young man, this is a measure, isn't it? This kind of game. The first tight one he's played in.
It's a game probably if you're Stanford, you got to have. It's a game you got to have. And so you're going to rely on somebody. Maybe everybody's not having a real good individual performance, and here's your freshman.
Ooh, reach into the paint, and a Stanford foul on Okorie. That will be his second, rather.
See if Montana State gets stagnant. They're on the road against a ACC team, and the pressure's getting ratcheted up a little bit. It's getting a little bit more difficult. Now let's see, can Montana State keep its poise? That's going to be the key for them.
Oh, Hodges missing his front end. And a chance for Stanford to keep this run going. Right now it's an 11-2 run. Okpara all by himself, sent away by Hodges.
You can see Okorie trying to penetrate, trying to probe. They've just got to double him and get the ball out of his hands. Make somebody else beat you from outside, because Stanford has not shot the ball extremely well.
No.
Offensive foul.
Yep, bad screen there, setting up the Miller shot.
I don't really even think he was trying to screen, Ted. I think he was just trying to get out of the way and cleared some space.
So Hodges.
Oh, well.
And that's his 4th foul, so he's the first. I believe that was on Hodges, right? That's the first player in the game to pick up 4.
Yeah, and they need him in the game. He's been a factor inside, his ability to get over left shoulder and score the ball.
Well, if you are Montana State, you have nothing to save him for. 4:14 to play.
Yeah, with 4 minutes, I think you got to ride it. You might try to buy yourself a minute and let him play the last 3, but that's about as far as you're going to go.
You know, there'll be another timeout will be coming shortly. We'll step away here at Maples. Just over 4 to play with Stanford up 3. A tight 4:14, just his 3rd game already. Ebuka Okorie being asked to, as Mike, you said so well, exert leadership.
Deceptively quick, and yet not small at 6'2", 185. But he explodes to the basket. Very difficult to get him squared.
Prep school player at age 14, so he's kind of always played a little bit ahead of his age. Each team 2 timeouts remaining.
Montana State, oh, that's an illegal screen.
Geeler, his 4th made 3.
Clutch made 3 right there. Hasn't really looked to do that.
14 for Geeler, and it's a 14-2 run now. From a Montana State 6-point lead to a Stanford 6-point advantage.
Stop clock foul shots for Montana State. Just came right behind. He loves to go to his right over, so he's shooting over right shoulder, puts the ball in his shooting pocket. It's more difficult for him to go left because the ball is not in the shooting pocket automatically.
The foul was on Okorie of Stanford.
Starting to be critical now, Ted, in terms of these free throws and the little things. See, like that, you can't, you're on the road, you got to have those.
And that's the last 1-and-1. That's the last 1-and-1 we'll see. Both teams at 9 fouls now.
If you're Montana State, just got to keep doing what you've been doing. If you're Stanford, don't think clock, think penetration, and you're going to get to the line.
And Okorie back irons it. Ball tipped out, and another secure for a moment by Miller.
Oh my, that's deep.
And Rahosi clears it for Stanford. Hodges sitting out of the timeout for Montana State with his 4 fouls. We're under 3 minutes.
He's got to come back now.
Geeler again. And Christian King from Montana State. Bobcats are alive here. Heading towards 2.5.
Too much dribbling.
And up there, boy. And man,
Nice.
there was a good bump. Holden bumping with Gieler. And Holden makes the basket. Timeout. 4-point game with 2:16
Your
to play.
Montana State's all you want's a chance, Ted. And, you know, they're 4 points down. You know, they need some stops. Stanford's got to take care of the ball. They can't get cautious. They've got to continue to attack. They've got to get the ball in Okorie's hands. Gieler obviously going to his left, or his right shoulder square. You want him and Okorie inside. But with 2 minutes, it's anybody's ball game, really.
Well, you see the Bobcats have 1 timeout remaining, 2 for Stanford, and any foul will be a 2-shot foul now. And the possession arrow belongs to Stanford, so that sets it up just outside 2 minutes. And the other, the value tonight with the ball in Okorie's hands, and your point about Montana State needing to get out of his hands, he has 21 points. He's drawn 8 fouls tonight.
Well, if they're a half step behind, his ability to penetrate and get into the paint and create contact is really, really good. And he's got size, so he can finish inside. So they've got to double him and make somebody else beat him.
Ball bounced inside. Rahosi up top. Okorie got the lane, and then the loose ball picked up. Rahosi in the right spot.
Stanford got a little bit of break there because the ball was knocked loose, went right to the Stanford player for the basket. So Montana State's got to make good choices right here. Good decisions. Don't panic. Wow, that's deep.
Now they've gone to some threes here down the stretch. It hasn't worked.
No, it hasn't. Actually, you can get threes by creating contact and getting to the line. I don't like this matchup necessarily. Get away, give him some room.
Long bounce pass there. Long bounce pass there. And Rahosi finishes.
Stanford does a really nice job of stepping through at the post. Montana State, oh, that's deep again. They're kind of hope and prayer here right now, the 3-point deep. Live by the sword, die by the sword, Ted.
And now Stanford can feel comfortable. Not done yet, but they hit a minute to go with an 8-point lead and the ball, and Gieler going to the line.
I don't know that Gieler's a guy you want to foul, but at the same time, you can't just let the clock run out. So I think Montana State, rightly so, panicked a little bit from the standpoint of thinking they needed a 3, and to get it, you have to have a rhythm to your shots, and you have to get shots you can make. You can still get 3 by going to the basket, getting fouled, and get the old-fashioned 3-point play.
See on the side as Gieler shoots free throws, what's ahead for Stanford, which includes a trip down to the California desert. That's where they'll play Minnesota. They'll also play a second game in the desert. And the rest of those games, home games. I mentioned the trip to the desert, and then 1 road game at San Jose State and 1 neutral site game in Phoenix against Colorado. That'll be their non-con. King.
Boy, those shots just haven't gone here late for him.
Well, Montana State led 61-55. I don't know the exact time of that, but it was a while back. They've only scored 4 points, the Bobcats, in a long stretch here coming to the end.
Yeah, I think Stanford sped him up a little bit, and the shots quit going for Montana State. But boy, you got to give Montana State really credit for the job well done. The final score is going to be 10 plus, and that's not going to reflect the closeness of
Not
the
at
game.
all. Exactly, Mike. This was a game that Montana State just lost it here in the last 5 or 6 minutes. And another tough 3, and that one's made by McMahon. But going to be too little too late for Montana State. And Stanford, boy, they get pushed tonight.
They did. You might say that they escaped in some ways. You got to give Montana State credit for coming on the road and playing a hell of a